huge stain on his reputation, to say the least, and this really feels like a fall from grace.
You know, once you're ready to share it with your fans and the world, then nobody could judge it.
Understanding and knew that I'm not the worst of what I've done.
It looks like JayZ might actually end up in jail, and the one who told on him is none other than his own friend, Diddy. Diddy reportedly gave the feds full details about JayZ's role in his criminal activities. Lately, people have noticed that JayZ has been staying very quiet while Diddy's drama keeps unfolding, from the raids to all the victims speaking out. JayZ saw the storm coming and has already started working with one of the best legal teams in the country, just in case the feds come after him next. Sources say Diddy knows he's in big trouble, so he's trying to get a lighter sentence by snitching on everyone, and JayZ was the first name he dropped.
The people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
But as it turns out, JayZ trusted the wrong person. Diddy doesn't want to take the fall alone, so now he's dragging JayZ, real name Sean Carter, into the legal mess. People close to Jay say he's shocked by the betrayal because he never said a word about Diddy's crimes. But now Diddy is trying to make it look like JayZ was the mastermind all along, while he was just following orders. Over the years, JayZ has been linked to some shady things, and now the feds are being urged to investigate him too. If they get a warrant to search his mansion, he could be the next one headed to jail, right next to others like R. Kelly and maybe even Diddy. Jay's past is full of red flags, including rumored illegal relationships like the one with Foxy Brown.
Hey, finally this year, let him know. Niggas ask him straight up like, yo, what's the situation with Foxy?
The story goes that JayZ started showing interest in Foxy Brown when she was just 15, while he was almost 30. He claimed their relationship was only about music and business, but rumors say he was actually the first man in her life. Sources say he convinced her to be intimate with him in exchange for helping her music career. Everything was kept secret, and Foxy even denied the rumors, saying Jay had always been a great friend to her and her family, and that they worked well as a team. But then, Foxy suddenly disappeared from the music scene. Some insiders believe she had a secret pregnancy with JayZ. No one knows if he made her end the pregnancy or paid her off to keep quiet and blocked her from the industry. Later, JayZ's former best friend, Dame Dash, was asked about what really happened between Jay and Foxy, but he didn't give a straight answer.
At what age was Foxy Brown signed?
I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown.
But that's...
I didn't sign Foxy Brown.
I know you
did.
But the way Dame Dash reacted to what seemed like a simple question made people suspicious that something shady or even illegal was going on. He completely avoided talking about Foxy's age or how JayZ mentored her. It seemed like Dame didn't want to get himself caught up as someone who knew about, or helped cover up, the situation. And that makes sense. He said, "Sounds like you've got a question for Jay. Ask him. You keep asking me stuff, but he's not here. Ask him. I've got nothing to do with that. I don't even know anything about that." Even though Dame didn't want to talk about Foxy, he had no problem spilling some details about JayZ trying to get involved with another young girl.
Big deal, like who could get with Aaliyah? You know what I'm saying?
Was he bitter?
Obviously.
Dame Dash shared that JayZ used to invite singer Aaliyah to his parties and take her out, hoping she'd fall for him, but she wasn't interested. Dame said Jay even sent her flowers and tried to win her over, but Aaliyah chose Dame instead. That reportedly made JayZ jealous. Sadly, Aaliyah died not long after making that choice, and some people believe her death was part of a dark industry sacrifice that cleared the way for JayZ to later end up with Beyoncé. There's no real proof behind this theory, but fans have been talking about it for years. One person online said, "Why is anyone surprised? Isn't this part of the hip-hop image and the price of going big?" Another added, "Not shocked at all. Diddy and Jay were always behind something. You think they became billionaires that fast without doing shady stuff?" After Aaliyah's tragic death, rumors started spreading. Some claimed she was drugged and put on that plane without agreeing to it. Others said JayZ had his eye on Beyoncé when she was still underage, but waited until she was legal to avoid getting in trouble with the law.
I don't think you discussed it, and then 4 days later, we find out you got married.
That happened?
JayZ and Diddy seem to use the same tricks to control the music industry, and many people have reportedly suffered because of their shady actions. Now that Diddy is trying to save himself from serious trouble, the spotlight might shift toward JayZ, and he might have just as many victims as Diddy. One story that recently came back up is about a woman named Kathy White, who was rumored to be JayZ's secret lover. She died under mysterious circumstances after allegedly threatening to go public about their relationship. A journalist investigating the case said they found photos of Kathy with both JayZ and Diddy at a nightclub in Las Vegas, even though Kathy had previously claimed she'd never met JayZ. When the journalist called her to ask about the photos, Kathy seemed ready to share more details. But she never got the chance. Before any of her story made it to the public, she was found dead, with no clear explanation. Now, internet detectives are digging into the case, wondering what really happened. Apparently, as soon as JayZ found out that Kathy White was thinking about going public with details of their affair, her fate was sealed. And here's something interesting, all these rumors about Jay's secret relationships started coming out right around the same time Beyoncé announced she was pregnant. One tabloid pointed out that just 48 hours after Beyoncé's pregnancy news broke, Kathy White suddenly died under suspicious circumstances. This made people wonder, was it just a tragic coincidence, or did JayZ, or even Beyoncé, have something to do with it to protect their image and brand?
Had the level of consciousness then that I have now, things would have turned out differently.
Kathy White's sudden death has stirred up a storm of rumors. According to insiders, it's like her whole identity was erased, as if she never existed. The official reason given for her death was a brain aneurysm, but many people believe something more sinister happened, and that JayZ wanted her out of the picture. Think about it, just as Beyoncé and JayZ were celebrating their pregnancy news, Kathy's story was being buried, and her name was being erased from public memory. People are now wondering if this was all done to protect the Carter empire and keep their image spotless.
On the other side, he did what he had to do.
JayZ has managed to avoid trouble for a long time, even as his close friends have been exposed for serious crimes. First, he distanced himself from R. Kelly, who was convicted of horrible offenses, and now Diddy is under fire too. With Homeland Security raiding Diddy's properties, many thought he fled to the Caribbean to escape the heat. But now he's back in Miami, walking around freely, which has sparked rumors that he may have cut a deal. It's becoming clear that there's a much bigger problem in the entertainment world. The web of shady behavior doesn't stop at Diddy. It could include his entire circle, with JayZ right at the center. Diddy might be cooperating with authorities to reduce his own punishment, and that could mean naming JayZ and others. With the pressure rising, fans are getting ready for what could be the biggest reveal in hip-hop history. One person online said, "If you still think JayZ is innocent, you need to get checked." Another added, "If JayZ goes down, Beyoncé won't be far behind." This story is just getting started. Will JayZ be the next to fall? Did Diddy really snitch? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out the other videos for more behind-the-scenes drama.